they have this landmark now that, oh, there's somebody who really appreciates what I'm doing and the likes. Yeah. So one of the things I was able to do again, as at that time, investing in skill development and training, which I will always say that it works in most organizations. So for the fact that you have these people down there, you also have people who can train them. One thing that most employers will say is that if I train them, what if they leave the organization? Well, as at the time with me, I'm going to have top-notch service without any issues. I'm going to have top-notch service and be on top of my game. So training, investing in them, even some of them will be more loyal because they don't even know that there's something called improving what they have or improving what are already. But by the time this company is able to do that for them, they come on and then they do it so mightily well that whatever it is they learn, they throw it back into the organization. The same way we deal with all our professionals, all the white-collar jobs and all the likes. The same way you train these people and then they bring whatever it is they train. There's more supply knowledge, there's more coaching, there's more improvement, there's more innovation, right? They too, they bring it into their skill. Sitting at the table or tell HR, this is what I think we can do, or this is what I am thinking. Can we do it? You know, they felt that their contribution is being put in place. But if we don't train them, we just leave them like of course, most of them are more, they can't even speak correct English. They just tell you the way it is, But by the time you sit down with them and bring down whatever it is they have to do, it works. So by the time we now train them in that field and they are able to, okay, please indicate if you're okay. So by the time we train them and they are able to absorb whatever it is they got, they get excited. They get, oh, I've worked with this company for 2 years now, and this is what I'm able to get. I've worked with this company for this, and this is what they're able to do, right? So whatever it is that we're doing, we don't see it as a waste. Invest in these people nevertheless. The company will get the best out of it anywhere and any day. Now, one of the things that investing in skills development and training does is to enhance the performance of blue-collar talent. Organization must invest in skills development and continuous training improves technical proficiency and helps workers adapt to technological advancements and industry changes. Employers empower blue-collar workers to reach their full potentials by providing opportunities for upskilling and reskilling, boosting individual and organizational performance. Now, it's vice versa. You do it for us, they do it for you. With this, my beautiful experience in this organization, I introduced a lot of things. Trust me, it was not easy with management because to them, I was spending, why would I? Why should I? All the questions. But I was able to identify and defend. See, by the time these people have these things, this is the benefit it has on me as a company. By the time we are able to do this is what we will gain, But when we started the step by step of everything that we requested for, the company itself saw the difference. We saw the difference, the impact. There wasn't proper structure. So in each department, I created a structure. Some people say I've been here for 2 years and I've just been like on this level. Okay, with structuring of the different. We gave them different trainings. Everybody was empowered. So by the time I'm saying you are a leader, I've already empowered them in leadership training. By the time we taught them all the different steps, they were capable of even taking up the leadership roles, and they delivered very well. Now, empowering decision-making and autonomy. Blue-collar workers often, all they are practicing is wealth. All they are thinking of is, let me shall do my own and leave. But do you know that if you are able to empower them financially, if you are able to empower them in all the different areas where they think that they do not have what it takes, but now they feel it. Trust me, I know what it feels like when after you do all the beautiful things you did for them and they zoom off. But there are some of them, by the time they go, they come back because they'll realize that the way you made them feel was far different from how they actually feel now. So at the ending of the day, they will come back and they will like, oh, I want my job back. And because we know what they do and the impact it has on the business, they take them back and they do much more. Some of them, as at the time that I started this empowering decision making, everybody came to the table with something. Everybody was able to say, oh, this is what I think, this is how I think my department can run, and this is what we should do. We will sit together, we will evaluate it, we will review it, and by the time we come up with something at the ending of the day, we arrived at a conclusion, and then it works for the organization. It was, in fact, as at the time that I was done with everything we implemented, we increased from being I think that was like a 7 branches to almost 14 branches. Production was going flawlessly. Even during COVID-19, we had much production that, I mean, there was no time that customers had to now complain that, oh, I did this, and it didn't work. Their knowledge, it was great. They will come back and say, this is how I think this organization is doing it. Let's do it this way. By the time we empower them and make them realize that, oh, whatever it is that you are doing is giving us much more, and we want you to do it more, it paved way for us. Now, we empowering these blue-collar workers to make decisions and exercise autonomy can significantly enhance their performance by involving them in problem solving, problem solving process, and seeking their inputs. Employers tap into their creativity and experience, leading to innovation, leading to solutions, leading to increased job satisfaction, sense of ownership and accountability, driving engagement and productivity. Now, this thing work, put in all the HODs. I put assistant HODs. Now, everybody now knows, oh, I am Oga. Now, there is a way that they communicate with themselves in such a way that when I pass information to these HODs, they're able to break it down. And before that happened, nobody cares. Anything goes, right? Whatever it is that we're doing flies, or it does not fly, I leave. But they now became people that had they felt sense of ownership. Anything that we discuss with HR, they are doing something about it. Everything that these people are teaching us, in fact, they are good. So anytime that anybody now wake up and say, oh, you know what, I'm not interested in this, I'm not interested in working here again, I want to move, they are in between themselves. So they will still come and meet, HR, this person is going, this person is good at this thing, So by the time they came in with all sorts of those decisions and we sat down, there is a problem and we solved this together, it's improved a lot of things in this organization. So it's encouraging. We do not look down on them. We do not, we must value them. We must put them at that place where they feel that, oh, these people are treating me like a person. There was a time that one of them, where I was having a general meeting and they were like, nobody think I'm a human being. Anybody, of course, everybody think because I did not go to school, but I know what I'm doing. If I am not here, So that whole thing changed. It changed to them being a team player. It changed to them being, oh, HR, this is what I think, this is what I want. And when we sit down, we discuss it, we go back to management, can we do it this way, do it that way? I think it changed a lot. The organization changed from a fighting team to where everybody is now saying, okay, you know what, I have a role to play. Before the fight will even start, they've already sorted it out by themselves. Now we move to building strong support system. This one was a blast for me. Yeah. Creating a supportive work environment is crucial for optimal performance and engagement. Organizations should prioritize building strong support system that addresses the unique challenges faced by blue-collar workers. This includes providing access to resources such as mental health support, financial assistance, and career development opportunities. A supportive work culture promotes loyalty, job satisfaction, and overall well-being, resulting in improved performance and reduced turnover rates. This one, By the time I started it in this particular organization, remember I said the time we started, we were 100 and something. Now we have now grown to having those laborers to about 250 to 300 of them, and some will come, I want loan. Before we came, or before I came on board, there was nothing like loan. There was nothing like them having lunch once in a day, but they have lunch time. There was nothing like them having day or any of those holidays. There was nothing like them supported in any way. Mentally, they don't know who to talk to, so they will carry their frustration from where they are coming to trash it in the organization, and all sorts were happening. But by the time I identify these needs, when they now have those kind of issues, when they come with mental health challenges, we come, oh, okay, really, we talk, we decide, we talk about their maritals, we talk about situations, from there, we started realizing that, some of them don't even have accommodation. Some of them need help paying their rent. Some of them's children are not in school. I can't pay school fees. I can't pay house rent. But, I came up with the idea. Why not come up with an employee benefit for them, the blue workers, So I proposed to management, whatever it is we are paying them, let's give them maybe like a 10% loan or a 20% loan. We started out now so well. In fact, I came to that point where we now even got an accommodation for the ones that so for them to even come to work on time, because as before that time, there was a whole lot of late coming, there was a whole lot of absenteeism, there was those people don't care. So, and I mean, so if I 1 minute, like they will say, is my handwork. So if I don't come, so they did not even care. So by the time we were able to identify this, we came up with a supportive system that gave them loan. Do you know that these people were so loyal to that loan that the people that will probably come to work 3 times or 1 time in a week, they keep consistently. As at the time we now even changed the working schedule to having them come up to work shifts. During COVID-19, my people were working. They were so comfortable. They did not complain. When they were even working overtime, before that time, they will be the one fighting for the overtime. But now they come up with, whether you pay them or not, they are fine. They were so comfortable, they were so loyal to the system that for whatever it is that we gave to them, oh my God, they appreciated it. Even though if it was 1,000 I pay for overtime, it was more like 1 million to them. Before, they felt at home. They felt like, these people care. Even as at that time, management can tell that the rate at which the productivity and the performance of our sales even increased. That before that time, any time customers make orders, it's reduced drastically. Even the doctors at some point were having that challenge. Even the drivers were like, if I travel, I go to Kaduna, they don't give me accommodation. I came up with an accommodation system for them. Okay, at least we'll pay you something for you to be able to stay. So all these things made them felt great. All these things made them feel welcome. I will die here, we die here, we go nowhere, kind of, and it worked until tomorrow. Even though I am not currently with the organization, I could tell you that they keep singing the work that I did, how it's still making them stay in that organization without them having issues. Yeah, so I guess we are all following. Oh yes, so plenty complaints that we normally have to see that workforce go through. In my own time, I do groundwork. Like I work today today I'll just go and sit down, just with the tapestry. I'll go to the carpentry level. I'll go to the foaming, So I was able to enter each and every, though before that time, I can complain everything. What are these normal complaints? Lack of punctuality and consistency are coming from. Some of them are coming from outside Lagos. Some of them are coming from where traffic, the regime at factory identify this thing. We solved it. Inconsistency of issues that we have, that we are much concerned about, that we are complaining. In fact, it aches. You are there, I'm paying you. What am I paying you for? But by the time you are able to see all these people, and then these complaints are well addressed and properly investigated, you realize that half of the solutions is done when we are able to give them most of those things that are aforementioned before now. Now, limited communication skills and difficulty in following instructions. Resistance to change and reluctance to adopt to new method of technologies. They don't even know it, so how do they even go about it? Low motivation and initiative requiring constant supervision. Tendency to engage in misconduct, such as theft or dishonesty. This one was, hey, voila. It was a lot. It was a lot. But by the time these people now saw most of these changes, that, oh, I belong to this thing, it reduced. It did not finish, but at least it reduced. Limited problem solving and critical thinking abilities, lack of professional appearance and hygiene. High turnover rate leading to a lack of continuity and experience. And lastly, potential for involvement in illegal activity or engaging in union strike. You see those particular engaging in union strike, somehow I was able to overcome it. I was able to come in between that. You don't even know what it is for them to even think of strike or want to go and join union. But because the working environment was conducive for them, because the work environment was built and I am involved kind of, before anybody even wants to go and do any of those things, they even inform me, but good enough, they couldn't, So by the time you identify these complaints and find a solution to those complaints, half of the problem is solved. Okay, so we have provide competitive compensation. It is very critical. Ensure that the compensation packages for blue-collar workers are fair and competitive within the Nigerian market. It is very crucial. Conduct regular market research to understand industry standard and adjust wages accordingly. They just remove subsidy. What are we doing as HR to help these people? What are we doing to be able to help their situation? So people are collecting 30,000 naira since when? So this is time for us to even check and make sure that they are important to me. So I make sure that we do something about it. Additionally, consider offering performance-based initiative and benefit to motivate and reward high-performing individuals. This one, I came up with a 2K, 3K kind of thing. In fact, it was like million. I said it earlier. It worked. It was a blast. They were all over. So they are, in fact, if you don't even put them on, giving them something to do, they are like, is there nothing to do? I need that money. I need, So if we are able to create a competitive compensation, it works a whole lot. Yeah. Improve safety measures. Pay special attention to workplace safety. Provide comprehensive safety training. Enforce safety protocols and regularly inspect equipment and machinery to minimize the risk of accidents. Demonstrating a commitment to the well-being of your blue-collar workforce will increase their trust and engagement. All the steps we took, in fact, we'll call in some HSCE people to come and train. We'll call in doctors to take care of their health. A lot of training was going back to that. They will just let them know, these people don't speak English, they don't understand you. So you have to do this training in such a way that they have to understand, so they will know the importance. Now, for us to implement that safety measures, depending on the industry, in these people, they have to wear their safety boots, they have to wear their safety jackets, they have to wear their helmet, whatever it is that provide it for them. Now, we had issues of us providing those things and some of them misusing it or damaging it or even taking it to go and sell. So we came up with a plan. If you take it and less than 6 months or less than 1 year, you misplace it, you will pay. You may not pay at all, so you pay small, so you finish paying. By the time we implemented all the small things, they were disciplined at the same time, they were able to abide. And before we know it, the boots that I'll probably buy every month or every 2 months started lasting for 1 year. And we started giving awards. Anybody that was able to maintain their boots after 6 months, you get something. If you're able to, there is a way that we have to be able to connect with these people in such a way that they will now realize, oh, okay, I'm not doing any wicked to this organization. I will be doing something wicked to the organization if they are being so good to me. So why would I even want to cheat them? Why would I even want to steal their things? Now they're humans. There are some of them that most of them do not appreciate these things, but the majority of them will. Offer career development opportunities. Create pathways for career growth within the organization. Implement programs that enable blue-collar workers to advance their careers, such as mentorship program, apprenticeship, or tuition reimbursement for further education. Showing a clear progression and growth path will motivate them to perform at their best. Foster employee engagement. Involve blue-collar workers in decision-making process and encourage their participation in company initiatives. Remember, they are the one that is down there. By the time we finish our board meeting, we finish with management meeting, we have to now come down to a place where we let them know, oh, this is how we intend to do it. So, like in my case, when we decided that, okay, we're going to be having overtime, we're going to be having shifts. With all the HODs, oh yeah, appear, assistant HOD, this is what we intend to do. How best do you think your people will be able to understand? So they were able to teach us, they were able to guide us. Oh, most of them were Yorubas and Beninois and the like. So I come down to be able to make them understand these things. So they would communicate. They tell us, oh, this is how you should do it. And we implemented these things. And when we implemented these things, it worked like magic. I had, before all the story that I'm saying, before that time, you will see places where they are throwing blows in the morning. I'll go and if I'm sorting out fights, but everything disappeared on its own. Because now everybody know I'm older than this person. I am the senior. This person is my oga. And then the Omosha know their level. And after a while, I think before I left, I had some of them that was enrolled in Yaba Tech. I'm not paying everything, but I can pay you this one. So some of them are in school. When they have exam, we encourage them, okay, we even started giving them leaves, normal staff benefit, leave, pension, tax. Of course, the tax was a tug of war at the beginning because they don't see any reason why they're paying tax, including pension. So the ones that wanted to go to school, they were in Yaba Tech. They look for vocational places that, oh, I really want to, the willingness, but I don't just have enough money because by the time I pay salary, I pay school fees, I pay this, I pay that, I don't have. So we came up with a plan. Okay, we'll lend you this. And that helped. Now, do you know some of them, they were just storekeepers that don't know Jack before. Now, they're able to manage the store. They're able to keep in everything book-wise. There was nothing at any point that they do not understand that is happening. There's no English that you're speaking. So for whatever it is that we are doing, it is to the benefit of the organization that when we put all this thing in place, foster the employee engagement, give them incentives, give them mentorship programs, apprentices, go and learn more so that to our own benefit for the period of time. Of course, there are some time I now have to come up with what's the name? Contract. After I train you, will stay for a period of time. Then if you want to go, you can go. But trust me, these people are not that they are not that advanced. So half of them, that thing that you have done for them, they are loyal to the company for the next 10 years. They are not going anywhere, because they see that, oh, these people have me in mind. Right access to benefits. Consider offering a comprehensive benefits. I think I've just touched this one briefly. Package that addresses the specific needs of blue-collar workers, such as healthcare coverage, part-time, paid time off, and retirement plans. Access to these benefits will not only improve their overall well-being, but also contribute to their job satisfaction and loyalty. Encourage employee recognition. Implement a system for recognizing and rewarding outstanding performance among blue-collar workers. Whether through formal recognition programs or informal gestures of appreciation, acknowledging their handwork and achievement boosts morale and motivates others to excel. It works. It works. I've already mentioned that I enrolled health benefits for them. All of them were in HMOs. All of them were in pension. The recognition, how I started with them for them to understand, okay, all HODs and all assistant HODs in each department, I need 10 production per day. If you are able to meet it, you and the team will get this, and you, the Oga, the head, is going to get this for making it happen. The Oga is not the one sitting down. The Oga too is part of the people doing the job. So by the time we started end of month, staff of the week, they are getting 20. In fact, uniform as well. We went as far as making sure that they wear their uniforms. We kept compensation, different benefits for doing the right thing. They embrace this with me. Trust me, that 150 cover that you're giving to them means a lot. By the time they have healthcare, they have access to accommodation, they had access to the 30,000 or the 25,000 or the 35,000 that we are paying them. Goes a long way to them. It earns their royalty. It earns them. The staff that are under their own subordinates are just coming, maybe like trainees. By the time they saw this beautiful thing, when we are celebrating them, we'll put their picture, we'll do the normal frame and share it on all the groups. Hey, Mr. Carpenter Labaja is the staff of the month. Each and everybody aim towards that. Trust me, most of them will still fight over it that, they did it for this person, they didn't do it for this person, but it worked. It worked. Now, promote diversity and inclusion. Foster a diverse and inclusive work environment that values individuals from different backgrounds and perspectives. Ensure the policies and practices are fair, equitable, and free from discrimination. Embrace diversity. Embracing diversity will create a sense of belonging and enable blue-collar workers to bring their unique skills and experiences to the table. Now, this particular one too worked greatly for me. Now, in that case with this, my people, I had thick Yorubas, I had thick Igbos, I had Beninois, I had Togolese. By God's grace, because of my language, at least I'm able to speak the Beninois language. I'm able to speak French to them. I'm able to speak Togo to those. I'm able to speak Yoruba. So by the time we are able to, we tell them, these are the half of them, Beninois, they have a particular way they do their things. When a particular day, for instance, maybe they don't touch something or they do not wear something, but Yoruba man would not see anything wrong about it. So we were able to create an environment where Muslims, for instance, I think the Muslim and Christian, which is everywhere, every Friday, Muslims go and pray. People think, me too, I need to go and pray, or I do not want to work. But we were able to educate each and every one of them. Sorry?
So that's
sorry, please, Dollar, can you mute? Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. So, sorry about that. So along the line, creating the things, I let them understand. The Christians at some point were like, why will Muslims go? Because these people don't understand these things from where they are coming from, or the Yorubas do not understand how. So by the time we were able to break it down, especially when there's conflict, when this person is fighting this person on simple things that you think is a normal thing, but to this other person is normal. So we're able to create that kind of environment where everybody now understands the reason why this person does it, managing the entire different people, including foreigners, right? So Oyibos and the likes. So we're able to help them manage their differences and at the same time include them in every aspect of it. It brought out the best out of each other. In fact, if anybody wants to go on leave or they are traveling, they are busy chatting and checking if somebody has replaced them because they cannot wait. So some of them I say, I'm going for leave for 2 weeks. You see them back in 1 week. They were like, they don't want to go and stay too much. So X or that Y happen. So it's very, very key for us to foster this diversity and inclusion, promote it a whole lot. It works like magic. Sorry. Okay. Internet question. Sorry. All right. So blue collar talent is a quote. Blue collar talent. I believe everybody is online. Okay. I hope everybody is following.
Please continue, okay. Please, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Blue-collar talent possesses a wealth of knowledge and expertise that, when harnessed effectively, can lead to remarkable outcome. That's an industry expert. Another industry expert said, investing in the skill development of blue-collar workers is an investment in the future success of our organization. So these particular people are talking about, by the time we apply all these strategies that I've just aforementioned, they notice the positive impact it had on the organization. At least rate of at least 90%, which is a beautiful score. 90% of making sure that everybody is being carried along. Everybody is being everybody is being carried along, and everybody is feeling part of the organization, and also I am one of them, instead of feeling like, oh, they don't even know me, they don't even, so we treated them well. Treat them well and you get the best out of your employees. In conclusion, unlocking the full potential of a blue-collar worker talent requires a holistic approach that recognizes their value, invests in skill development, empower decision-making, and build strong support system. By implementing these strategies, organizations can create an inclusive work environment, optimal performance, and engagement. Embracing the contribution of the blue-collar workers, not only to individual employees, but also to the organization, it increases our diverse productivity, innovation, and long-term success for businesses as a whole. Trust me, by the time we had all these beautiful things ongoing, we had a great time. The organization has increased, work has increased, production increased, and the staff themselves, they feel they are loyal to the organization for the next 10 years. So if we can implement all these strategies, I believe, out of my experience, that we will move our organization from point A to point Z, if possible, but on the higher level. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Adetutu Ogunbiyi, for that exciting presentation. You can stop sharing your slide, ma. If you have any questions for her, any contributions or comments, you may please quickly raise your hands so that we can take them. Doctor, I don't know.
Yes, I'm trying to do that.
If you want to tell us about your experience as a plumber, it may also help one or two people understand.
Yes. Okay, yeah, part of one thing that I do is I am a lady plumber, a correct one, professional one at that. Now, let me give a brief background on why and how plumbing. So there was this particular organization I was working in. I was the head corporate resource person. And being the head corporate resource person, I don't know, my system is hanging somehow. Okay, I hope the sharing has stopped. So in the head corporate person, I worked plumbing, admin, and all of that. Unfortunately, please, I hope, is everybody there?
Hello, Dr. Adetutu, please continue.
Okay, great.
Please
okay,
don't stop again, ma.
Okay, that's fine. So by the time I was having a lot of plumbers coming to help me sort that issue, it became a challenge. I'm like, is there no plumber in this whole Nigeria that I have problem? So I became a plumber 2011. I was trained by one of the best who came Mark then. He too acknowledges and recognizes the main problems that we're having. I was trained by him. He's an architect. I trained, I learned, and I entered the business. Trust me, when I'm on site, I've worked with couple of these facility companies. They are always tripping, like, what is a woman looking for in plumbing sector. I say it's probably a solution that I'm looking for. Me, so I want to chop money in plumbing. You know, when I go to these sites, when I go to work for clients, when I go to inspect, the difference is always clear. Those people, some of them have been able to gather to work with me, who are still working with me till tomorrow. Uncle, why did you do this thing like that? This person does not understand what I'm saying. I'm telling this person to do this, he's not doing it, right? By the time we now came, I go to the people's site. Renovation is one of the hardest plumbing work you can ever think. You have a plumber that is coming 10 times, like the person is not solving problem. Don't blame the person. For you to be able to solve a renovation work accurately and nice, you have to investigate the source of the problem, which is what most people do not do. By the time I get there was a particular building I did in Magodo. The lady in the second floor was always having a challenge on the top floor. There is a 3-story building. When the 2 first-story building flushes, or she feels the heat at the bottom. So her wall everywhere used to be very cold. So I decided that, okay, we checked and went round. Then we realized, broke a part working beginning, did not did closure, did not pipe the waste all the way down to where the waste is supposed to be correctly channeled to. So the pipe, so let me assume that the picture I can paint easily that the plumber walked halfway, the bricklayer came there and sealed the place, assuming that the plumber has finished work. That is how that building started leaking, and the tenant was feeling, or well, of course, you have to scatter the whole thing and start. So it has been an exciting experience for me being a lady plumber, trust me, because the excitement for me is more of the providing the lasting solution. And to special grace of God, sorry, you know, my sites that have been worked, corrected, that we ever revisited. So what is my own plumbing? I form my team. I have my bricklayers, I have my electricians, I have the team that will work, my POP people. All of us are complete. So by the time you have any issue, when we're done, you will not even know that it was you will not even have an idea that it's something that we broke and we redo. Why? On one of the sites, the virgin sites that I worked, before any bricklayer will put cement that has to do with plumbing, you have to take my permission as the plumber in charge through my pipes, check the pressures to be sure that the water is going through as it's supposed to be done, because these things are having measurements attached to them. So by the time you do not check all those things and then the bricklayer just go there and seal things up, you either be having a leakage in the wall at an early age of the house. And by the time the house is 5-4 years old, you now see some pattern on the wall. But in our own case, plumbers work, bricklayers wait. By the time we give you pass, you can go. We do our checks, we do our check-ins. Then we are sure that, okay, you can seal. Then we seal. You know, so it's been an exciting journey for me, and a very proud one at that, because it is very interesting. Trust me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Adetutu Ogunbiyi. I intentionally brought that question up so that people will come to a realization that a PhD holder is a plumber. Please,
yes, so
don't underestimate any artisan in your life. I like to say that a person is a person. The capability to speak Queen's English does, or lack of it, does not increase or diminish people's dignity.
yes,
okay?
so
Treat them with respect. You cannot afford to be condescending. In their own way, in their own rights, they are professional. I'd like to thank you for sharing with us tonight, as we call it a wrap. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight. Good night. See you tomorrow evening. Bye for now.
bye.